major change in the California budget stalemate made late last night by state Republicans. They replaced their Senate leader with someone opposed to the governor's budget plan. Here's what's happened so far. Tax refunds are being delayed. 10,000 layoff notices were sent out to state workers yesterday. Another 10,000 could go out today, and those would take effect on July 1st. Joining me now to talk more about this from Sacramento this morning, the Truth and Consequences in California State Senate President Pro Tem Darrell Steinberg. Thanks for being with us, Senator.
Good morning, Heidi.
We know that you had said that, this is just going to have catastrophic consequences if a deal is not reached. Well, after everything that happened last night, including this change on the Republican side of things, what are your thoughts today?
Well, my thoughts are I remain focused on gaining the one vote necessary to pass a $41 billion deficit reduction package in California and avert a catastrophe. The fact that the other side, the Republicans, changed their leader doesn't change my resolve one bit. We have negotiated for 90 days a bipartisan budget with Governor Schwarzenegger and the two Republican leaders. It has half cuts, half revenue, and it solves the problem. And we're going to continue to focus on gaining the one vote necessary for its passage.
Well, if you had to give me maybe just a couple of bullet points as to how this ends up being a deficit reduction plan, because you're talking about tax increases, correct?
Well, we are. Of course, states, unlike the federal government, cannot deficit spend. We don't print money. We have to actually balance our budget.
Well, to be fair, the federal government doesn't either.
The federal government can print money, but here's the thing. Because of the national and international economic crisis, our revenue in California will drop over $30 billion. And so we have a $40 billion deficit, and we have proposed with the Republicans and the governor to essentially deal with it with half cuts and half new taxes. Now, nobody likes the new taxes, but the alternative is to cut $30 to $40 billion worth of public education, health care, and transportation in this state, and that's untenable to most every Californian. We pride ourselves on first-rate public services, and we're not going to decimate them.
Well, nobody likes tax increases, right? I would agree with you there, but people really don't like it when they don't get their tax refund money back. What do you have to say to those people who are not getting their checks?
Well, the reason why I kept the Senate in all night and will continue to keep the Senate in all night is because whatever minor inconvenience it may be to us, it pales in comparison to the impact of failing to get a budget on real people. Tomorrow, 276 major public works projects will stop. Tens of thousands of people will be unemployed. And as you say, taxpayers will not receive their refunds, IOUs will be issued, and we are going to stay in the Capitol. We're going to stay in Sacramento until we get this budget done, and we're not changing course. We're open to any new suggestions, but we're one vote away from a 120-member body. We're looking for one Republican member in the spirit of President Obama to put the state ahead of any ideology or any other interest.
Well, you say this is a bipartisan effort. I want to have you listen, if you would, along with me, some of the Republicans who are not supporting the budget bill, because, of course, they say, like most politicians, that they're listening to their constituents. Listen to this.
We've already had over 40 phone calls. Not one of them says go for new taxes. Yesterday alone, we had almost 100 phone calls to my office. Only 2 of them urged us to vote for the budget as is. They were both state workers.
So when they tell you that they are listening to their constituents, can you fault them for that, or is it just that you don't know or don't believe that these calls are coming in?
Well, of course it's important to listen to your constituents, but it's also important to demonstrate real leadership, because we're elected to make hard choices. And of course nobody wants their taxes raised. Nobody wants the deep cuts either. But when you face a crisis of this magnitude due to what's happening in the economy nationally and internationally, you have to make difficult choices. Democrats have stepped forward. We're making cuts that we hate. I didn't come to Sacramento to cut education. We're cutting education $8.5 billion because we have to govern responsibly. We just asked the same of one more senator, one more Republican senator on the other side of the aisle.
All right, so the takeaway today is that you hate this, but it absolutely is the only way that the future of California can become intact.
The future of California, in many ways, is really at stake here. And so we're going to stay until the job gets done.
All right. Well, we will continue to follow the situation very, very closely there in California. We appreciate your time very much. State Senator Darrell Steinberg today. Thanks so much.